What's up guys, Jens Garcia here with my top 5 features of the LG G4. Now I've been using this for about 2 weeks, and if you haven't seen the unboxing and overview of the phone, then I'll leave the link in the description box below so you guys can watch it. Now this phone has been really great so far, to be honest. So I thought I'd share some of my favorite features, and by the way guys, these are not in order, so I'll throw that right now before you guys comment about why is this one not number one, so that is that. But let's go ahead and start with the first feature of the phone, and that is the build quality. I know it's not all metal, but that doesn't mean the G4 feels like a cheap phone. It's a solid and great looking device, but a lot of it has to do with the leather back, which what really separates it to others. Now, if you were to get a G4, then I highly recommend the leather back because it feels great and the stitching is nicely done. And speaking of the stitches or stitching on the back, by the way, I would suggest to get the brown, either brown or perhaps the blue or red color, rather than getting the black one, because you won't really be able to see the stitches on the black edition. Not that I've seen it, it just in my opinion, based from the pictures that I've seen. But anyway, it doesn't really matter which one to get, but if you have extra cash, then definitely get the leather back. Now if you haven't noticed as well, the G4 is actually slightly curved, but you won't even be able to feel it when you grab the phone. It's not as curved as the G Flex, so that is just a bit of comparison, but it is curved when you look close to the phone. But as I've said, you won't even be able to feel it when you grab the phone. The G4 comes with a 32GB of internal storage, and if that's not enough, then you have the option of adding more storage via micro SD card slot. And that's great if you're a power user or if you have a lot of media files, and especially with this phone, it's got 4K video recording and that takes a lot of storage. So that is that option, and that's a problem with the Galaxy S6. A lot of people were disappointed about the fact that it didn't have micro SD card slots, so they were forced to spend more money and get the bigger storage option. So that's not the case with this, and a lot of people are gonna be really happy with that. More about the build of the phone, I guess, and that is the removable battery, which I guess makes this as number 3 of the top 5 features of the G4. Now the demands for removable battery is definitely increasing, just like expandable storage. The 3000 mAh battery should get you through the day if you're not a heavy user, but for those of you that aren't and want to switch in your bigger battery capacity, then you have that option. Definitely there's still a market for that, and a lot of Android users prefer being able to remove the back of their phone and put in a new battery on their phone. So that is that. And then the fourth feature is the display. It is a 5.5-inch QHD display, so that's 2560 by 1440 resolution and a PPI of 538. The display is definitely one of the best phone displays I've seen. If I were to compare it to the G3, this produces better colors, better brightness, and much deeper blacks, thanks to LG's new Quantum display. Many YouTube videos these days are either in 2K or 4K formats, so that means watching them on this device will look very crisp, sharp, and very detailed. Last but not the least is none other than the 16-megapixel camera. So far this is the best camera phone I've used, period. I wouldn't say it can beat DSLRs, but the quality it takes is definitely there. I've been taking heaps of photos with this and they always turned out great, thanks to the bigger f1.8 aperture. Low light shots are great, especially in well-lit places. You do have the option of manually controlling it as well, which is a plus, and it lets you adjust the important settings on a camera. Alright, I'll just play some photos for you guys, but yeah, those are just my top 5 features of the LG G4. So yeah, thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel to show some support, and I'll catch you guys later. Bye bye.